APRC liñ gis ci opposition ci mooy they are fragment.
Because yéen
li ma gis moo nekk
yéen tamit yéen a ngi am fragment si.
am nañ fragment waaye ñu suñ ko fragment bi boobu is family problem. Both is stopped within APRC, but opposition, but if the opposition, all of them want to be president. Isafal recently did an interview. People should stop ruling out a single person from removing President Barrow. We all know that that is practically impossible. APRC has made their stand very clear that we are not going to endorse President Barrow in 2026 until and unless our party militants, key stakeholders, decide otherwise. But apart from that, we are not going to endorse President Adama Barrow. And we have made that very clear. I understand. So APRC has made their position very clear. One single person can remove President Barrow. Talib Ahmed Bensouda believed that he can remove President Barrow. He made it very clear during his submission of his nomination of flag bearership in UDP. And he is capable of removing President Adama Barrow. So he is interested too. Apart from these two people, Dabo also, let me not even go further to discuss about the issue or the intention of Dabo. But everyone knows that Dabo, since inception, since the formation of UDP, he wants to rule this country. And he is not very much proud of going into alliance with political parties.
Langa gis as a prediction to 2026 with the present moment, Selinyo gis support opposition parties ak Barrow. Linga hamne is simple majority. Jarud first round or second round.
Oh, Lima this morning at this material time, President Adama Barrow stands to be the favorite candidate to win the 2020 election. If the opposition are still yearning for their own selfish interests. But one promising guy stands to be an obstacle to President Adama Barrow is Talib Ahmed Bensouda. He's a promising guy. If he has the necessary bargains from the opposition, President Barrow will have a big problem in 2020. I'm afraid that there will be opposition in 2026. If they play their cards very well, even if they approach APRC, I'm so interested. If the APRC could back them and see that going into alliance with such people is the interest of APRC and Gambia, we are the kingmakers. We decide in 2026.
Talib Ahmed Bensouda, because Talib Ahmed Bensouda dafa best in politics, so ñu bari xamuñ ko te UDP ñoota Talib ñu xam ko, so waxee first comer a newcomer ñëw ci politique ba pare dafa nekk a trait wax ñi li nga xam ne ñu bari xamuñ ko.
Bensouda dafa dominate political space at this moment.
After bu mu bàyyee UDP xanaa lan moo nekk di dox ci ground bi nga xam ne xamuñ ko.
No, Talib yàgg na di dox ci suuf nag. To be quite honest, man, I got information. These are reliable information. Talib was trying to establish his political party long time ago after I dropped the ambition. But Hamdan did not surface that because he has some forces around him and he go push to establish his own political party. So youths are the future leaders of this country and they are the cream of any nation. If they endorse you, you will go. The Hamdan, majority of the Gambian youths, they prefer Talib than any other political figure.
APRC nag dafa bari ay divisions or factions. Pour ñu leeral mbir mi pa Karama Drammeh yow ban APRC faction nga nekk?
The legal APRC under Honorable Fabakary Tombong Jatta.
Xanaa bu beneen APRC bi is not legally recognized.
It's not legally recognized. There is nothing like any other APRC apart from the legally recognized one under the leadership of Honorable Fabakary Tombong Jatta. We all know that the Independent Electoral Commission is mandated by law to recognize and register political parties. Obviously, APRC is the only political party recognized by the Independent Electoral Commission. Any other party naming himself APRC is not recognized in the Gambia. It is usual statement all the time. We are very close to Jammeh. We are talking to him. And I think those are just usual statements in there. But everyone knows that President Jammeh is already in Uganda. There are protocols that he is going to follow. And then do you know just like a normal person? No. President Jammeh is not ex-President Jammeh is not an ordinary person. Governor Gambia for 22 years. There are terms and conditions you have to Gambia them. So obviously, there are some protocols that one have to follow. You cannot just come to Gambia like that. I don't think it's possible without the intervention of the current government.
So yo naka nga gisee nit ñi comme fu mu nekk nii soo leen ut supporters naka ngeen a waxtaane ak nit ñi pour ngeen convince nit ñi ne ñun APRC lañ nekk te APRC dafa bari ay faction.
Well, Lulu is as simple as anything. If you could remember back in 2017, let me just give you a glimpse of Luheon over the past years. But Nakala APRC under the leadership of Honorable Fabakary Tombong Jatta. Because we are at the forefront. It was very difficult for us. Approaching certain individuals, including Momodu Sabali, the current presidential advisor, would decline. Sanyang, who was the former MD of Gambia Ports Authority, would decline. There are certain individuals that I will not want to mention. They have been declined, they will not be heading the party. Some sided they already secure an appointment from the government, so they cannot lead APRC. It was then we approached Fabakary Tombong Jatta. Momujo he responded, he has already spoke to the people of Talindingne. Dumuna continue the retire from politics. But respondent Bobu was so much lenient to us. With this name, he is an option. We can persuade him to come. Munyo under condition if we are not going to betray him, because the atmosphere then was not friendly with APRC. Mo accept ne dafa lead APRC. In time ñu joko sun promise ne dinañ ko dimbale in all aspects, dinañ ko support ba gis ne lead na APRC. Lool motax ñun sun kaddu demba bi bobu lañu continuer di samba Fabakary dinañ ko support at all angles. It does not necessarily ask for rocket science or artificial intelligence pour nga persuade nit ñi ñoo join APRC. Till now, people are crying. People are complaining that the APRC link fi def kenn ko fi musa def. If you go to the social media, most of the individuals they complain about Gambia. They claim that President Jammeh, ex-President Jammeh, dafa wara ñëwaat Gambia. There is one reason. Do President Jammeh alone. Dafa am ay branches yu nga xamanteni ñoo dañ participate a lot pour gis ne APRC progress na. And Fabakary Tombong Jatta being the former majority leader of the National Assembly cannot be ruled out. He was in charge of government contracts, so definitely he is part and parcel of any progress that Jammeh achieved over the past years. So those are methods you have to use to influence. In fact, Ningiwara rally on the 27th of September, that is this coming Saturday. There is a whole over the past, before 2000, or before 1998, Costa Rica, yep, alone. So President Jammeh at APRC seen initiative bu gaay def ba create fofu nonu yoon bobu nonu Costa Road ila ici major infrastructural developments yoy nu nekk fofu nonu fofu yeb ñoo nekk inhabitants ñu occupy fofu nonu yeb lolu rapid development la. So those are things you nga xamantene mën nañ ko use te lolu lañ nekk di use to campaign for APRC, either ñu maintain some base bi or ñu bring up new members ñu join APRC. And people are coming.
Yen 2026 jot na ba pare kañ ngeen a tànn seen standard biara bi ku nekk a ngi tànn standard biara NPP tànn nañ léegi yéen a des.
I'm going to be mag sax bokk na si lu isi faction bi ni between yes to alliance under Fabakary Tombong Jatta and no to alliance by former President Jammeh, because comme lu nga laajte woon previously ne President Jammeh is coming. Ñun loolu la ñu gëmloo woon ne dafa ñëw up to the last minute mu woon nañu woon ñun ñëpp ñu xam ne President Jammeh is no longer coming. Why affaire flag bearer because APRC léegi dafa am benn démocratie bu nekk si parti bi boo xam ne Fabakary daf ko fa def and we all have to applaud him as long as we call ourselves APRC militant we have to applaud Fabakary Tombong Jatta for those initiatives. Mooy one do they jël major decision when it comes to major decision do they jël unilateral decision comme executive bi kese du they jël decision dafa bàyyi loolu to some of these key stakeholders these chairmans when it comes to consultations ñoo xam ne ñoo ñoree make decision on behalf of the grassroots pour ñooñu decide the fate of the party so it is up to those people. APRC is full of potential individuals ñoo ñooy decide ne he is an option. He is an option. Now, at this material time, I don't think it is advisable for us to go solo. Instead, you set a genuine political party or a coalition. If you are going to lead, or we will allow them to lead, it is up to those militants and those key stakeholders to decide. But Fabakary or command Mawahalane, he let you jël action flag bearer, or you let you do halete, other going to time will be very premature.
So these are the can get atana.
No, didn't them Congress. Then Congress did not decide.
Can get them.
Yeah, because they want to organize others every 2 years. Maybe around in mid next year. Inshallah.
So yen Jammeh ki nga xamne dafa bokon ci founders of the APRC legi da ngeen am disappointment ak mom da ngeen loyal ci mom ngeen ñew loyal legi ci Fabakary Tombong Jatta Jammeh su ñewé nak nit ñi ban APRC la ñoo topa
no xam nga lu nekk lu wala if you could remember back in 2015 there was an election amendment bill bo xamne ñu ñoko introduce APRC if you could remember that is abstaining individuals from the diaspora from occupying any executive position in any political party. If you could remember, Jammeh is not an exception. So what we were doing, trying to protect Jammeh and keep on glorifying him within our midst, Moine, you joko a title, and that is Supreme Leader. We gave him that title to protect him and continue to glorify, make him relevant in the Gambia political space. That is the number one reason Luton Joko that title as Supreme Leader. We verbally made that announcement, but deep down, when it comes to official documents and other signatories, Jammeh cannot be part of the list going to IEC. So there are certain things in Hamilton. It for Jammeh move clear a force before we know the talk about APRC leadership and so on. This country is governed by laws. Remember, the 1997 Constitution is our legacy, and it is still now flourishing. These are laws that Jammeh cannot violate.
So, from nekani yo,
I wanna understand of my
wow, exactly. Wow, from nekani yo, danga loyal on si Jammeh. Legi sa loyalty be fan la neka?
My loyalty is to APRC ever since. Not for Fabakary Tombong Jatta, not former President Jammeh. My loyalty is for APRC. Even if Fabakary is out there, any other person that comes, man, I will be loyal to him. Even if it is to be Mariama Jammeh or Mohammed Jammeh, I will be loyal to those people. As long as the legally recognized APRC endorses them, I'm with them all the time. Jammeh was our former leader. Jammeh is the founder of APRC, but APRC is Gambian entity. Remember, when he was going to register IEC, there were criteria. There were some signatories that Jammeh must possess before he's been registered as a legally recognized political party in the Gambia. So those people also are important. They are Gambians. Those are the people who have APRC sample. These are people who have considered Bubahaba. But when we said that the Kimo the founder, Dr. Ismail Sise was obstructed because of meeting the criteria to register a political party. Banki also the same thing. Even IEC has issued a warning to the National Development Party that Keba Madi Bojang because meeting criteria. So which means that an individual person cannot just register a political party like that. You must have support from the Gambian people. So it is entirely a Gambian entity. APRC belongs to Gambians. That's what I believe.
So, ma laaj la question bi ni yow fu mu nekk ni ñu bari ñu ngi complain ne Gambia dafa need regime change 2026. lan mooy sa opinion bi ci regime change bi foog nga ne APRC dinañ mun a am standard bearer ki nga xam ne mooy win election bi.
What I don't want mooy comme I don't want mooy lu xewoon in 2016 mu dal ñu in 2026 for suma position fu mu nekk nii mooy the will of the Gambian people, the interest of the Gambian people, and the interest of APRC moo gën a important. suñu gisee ne it is necessary and it is important pour ñu gis a regime change, APRC will take part in any form of a regime change that will be in the interest of Gambian, and the APRC will participate in that. But if we see to it that it is better to maintain the current administration, the current regime, for the interest of Gambian and APRC, we have no other option than to maintain the current administration.
Why? So why the future will determine 2026 is just at the corner. So what is happening in the country? So you are yet to decide. Can that Gambia need a new president? That you are continue Barrow.
Now, suma hole come opposition to Gambia. Man, I'm yet to see any promising opposition ko hamne koku nonu dina deliver beyond expectation. There is an option in 2026, but the opposition ana gisaguma ku wara ñew ko xamantene koku feñna fama ne ki mom yeah, definitely he deserves to be given a chance.
What about new one Jammeh dafa wara ñëwaat nekkaat president, because lum def moo mun a handle Gambia mooy ñi nga xam ne ñoo ko dee support. Yow lan mooy sa tontu bi si ñooñu te si lu ñoo wax.
ñooñu opinion la man, I respect them, waaye xam naa ne tamit président Jammeh ku bugg a Gambia la, former président Jammeh ku bugg a Gambia la, waaye comme dafa am loo xam ne comme soo toogee nga xelaat ko sax da nga xam ne lii est-ce que dina possible, est-ce que du mun a possible, because we all know that there are legal challenges you make on the head of President Jammeh if he is to come back to the Gambia. He must clear those things first, then mu doog a ñëw into his own affairs yi nga xamante ni yooyu la bugg a, or his own desires or political ventures yu mu bugg a continuer. But fekk clear with loolu, and I don't think it will favor President Jammeh pour mu at this material time. Comme lu ma bëgguma contradict suma bopp loolu moo tax maa ngay wax ne President Jammeh cannot just wake up and come to Gambia like that. There are protocols. So su waree ñëwaat Gambia war a taxawaat loolu tam lu ñu decide la whether Jammeh dañ ko joxaat réew mi wala duñ ko joxaat réew mi. But man, I respect Jammeh and I will continue to respect him. He has done a lot for this country. My only difference with him, nakala handle the leadership of APRC, current leadership of APRC, Lola and Utamo. Apart from that, I'm always good with President Jammeh.
So the family don't support, but you are still loyal to him.
When did he need arise Pullman defend ko? I will defend him. Okay. But there are certain issues in Ramantene I cannot get involved. We have seen it. Expel na Yaya Tamba from the Nutu Alliance. But Yaya Tamba continued to show his loyalty and support him. But the next minute, Jammeh was so embarrassing to Yaya Tamba. Therefore, completely silenced Yaya Tamba. So those are things in Ramantene also we are avoiding it. There is also some level of respect that we want to build between us and Jammeh. And we want to maintain that link.
So da ngeen dee waxa moom o time boobu noonu.
Yeah, time boobu noonu from 2017 to 2020 yooyu noonu. Dañ doon waxtaan ak moom. Very constructive discussion. Te wax yim dee wax yëpp was very xam nga promising advice lañu dee jox for us to be law abiding. Respect the current president. But the buñ amee fallout ba léegi public comments is danga waaru dafa contradict previously li ñu doon advice. So I don't think Jammeh is communicating to the right individuals.
Lan moo waral loolu mbaa nekkuleen di enjoy government privileges ci NPP government bi because da ngeen am coalition ak NPP so yéen a ngi am certain privileges yi nga xam ne dafa feel disappointed ci gannaawam.
No, no, like what niti some of those individuals, I see them they have strong opposition to us. They don't like us at the initial beginning. They don't even like ex-President Jammeh. Because we knew them into alliance. We were not sure that President Barrow will be re-elected. That's number one. We were not sure that President Barrow will be re-elected. But you am the position of speaker and then other positions. That's number one. And number two, ex-President Jammeh was part and parcel of the alliance at the initial beginning. There are certain things you have maintained. I'm not an executive member, and I cannot talk about it in the media. But Jammeh was part and parcel of it. Some of those privileges you have maintained, you live as a former head of state. You said Nakalami Bogas, your reconciliation process, you reconcile as a country, forget about the past and move on. The rape that started because of certain individuals. You have no negative no because screw. And today he have seen that. Where is the likes of Lamin Tamba? Or the Choro? Yaya Tamba? Even one more Lamin Kujabi. There are a whole lot of them you have